This is our core team. And Teresa, I do apologize because Teresa has been like my right-hand woman from the beginning with this, and Adam and these crew. I mean, every time I forget something, they actually remember it and sort of say, no, we got to do this differently because that's the way it should happen. And they're always right, which is so amazing to have that. This crew here has been brilliant from day one, and having been sort of at the beginning of the VPSN and looking at our different volunteer collaboratives that have emerged over the years, this is far and away been the best venture that we've had, and it's all because of these folks here. I do also want to take a moment to acknowledge some other wonderful contributors. Karen Fung, Lisa Moffat, Yvonne He, Vicki Morris, Christine Catherine Bargan, Josh, Cruz, Carrie Ann, Catherine. There's just so many folks. We had this evening the wonderful contributions of Elena Martinova. So Elena, you should come up here too because you're part of our team as well. So many people lent a hand over the years. It was really quite amazing seeing this thing transform itself. So once again, please, a round of applause for these folks. Now, I do have a few more brief thanks to pass along. One, this evening we had Phil Bell on guitar again, and as we look at the designs later on, Phil will be playing, if he's still here. I hope Phil's still here. Phil, are you still here? All right, Phil Bell. Beautiful music. Thank you so much, Phil. For those of you that came earlier this evening, you also probably had a chance, and this was so amazing, because we put the call out for buskers, and I didn't actually think that we would get a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old come out, but those guys rocked. Trevor Whitridge and Rowan Whitridge, they had to go because it was a school night, and I tried to discourage them from actually having to worry about that, but their parents were a little bit more vigilant than mine were, apparently. In any event, they were playing at the Junos recently. How about that? So those kids were great. We had so many other contributions to it. The way, for those of you who visited the Where's the Square website, you'll have noticed that there was a really amazing little short movie that was on there, and that was put together by Mark Pickersgill. Is Mark here this evening? I don't know if he is or not. Mark and Amanda, and this time around I actually have to thank Sarah Harmer, the lovely Canadian musician who donated her song to us. She said we could ignore the royalty concerns and all of that sort of stuff, and we appreciate that sort of activist approach to music in our work. So some great work there. We have some collaborations and sponsorships from Biodegradable Products, Capers Ethical Beans, and Vancouver Special. We have a whole slew of speakers that have come out that really helped to advance the discussion. Bing Tom, Cornelia Oberlander, the esteemed Lance Berelowitz, Adrian Burke, Michael Barnhold and Chuck Davis, John Halliwell, Scott Hine, Trevor Barnes, John Tiley, Councillors Reimer and Deal, Seti Pendiker, Erwin Ostindi, Kamala Todd, and Matt Turner. They were fantastic, and they really advanced the conversation for us. We also want to say a special thanks to the team at the Vancouver Public Library, who for months on end let us show up, take over their big room, and didn't charge us a cent, which I think is pretty cool too. And we also had a bunch of other volunteers for us. The folks that were on our advisory panel, anyone who worked and spent about 25 hours each scoring all of the entries. That's a true volunteer contribution, and that was just fantastic. And finally, this is the big thank you, and this is where I want to see everyone clapping. We had 54 designers who submitted ideas, 54 truly amazing designs. We had to pick some as our winners, but quite frankly, we could have had 54 entries here this evening. And in answer to someone's point earlier on, we will do our best to make sure that they are all online as soon as we can. It makes it a little bit challenging when you try to shrink 2-foot by 3-foot boards into something that reads well on a screen, but we will endeavor to do something that looks sharp, acts as a legacy to this project, and helps to stimulate further thinking on the importance of public space. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Thank you so much.